That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. And that one results in 35 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. And he stopped immediately there. Derek Shelby takes him down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
They run play action for Howard. Now Trubisky. Buying time to his left. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. 3rd and 2. Now Trubisky. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So our initial drive this afternoon results in 3. Not sure that that's a statement necessarily, but getting points on the road, never a bad thing.
You're exactly right about that. I love how you framed it, right? Not sure it's a statement, but at the same time, you're putting something out there, aren't you? Letting them know, hey, we came to play today.
Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. Eddie Jackson with a tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
This one complete to Mohamed Sanu. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Well, that'll get him to 1st down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll throw on 1st down with Ryan. Trying to lay one up deep. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
2nd and 10 now, Ryan. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Ryan will throw again. Getting it out left side to Sanu. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. On 1st down, Ryan. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack is a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. To throw again is Ryan. And Jones has it over the middle. The 20, 10, touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones, 61 yards. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Here's Bosher to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, second and 10. Now it's Trubisky. Rolling to his left. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Brooks Reed able to drop him for a loss of 4. Let's see what they draw up here. Third and long following the sack of Trubisky. From the shotgun is Trubisky. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And he will score. Touchdown Falcons. The lefty Tavecchio now to add the extra point. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And that pushes the lead up to 11. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown.
Short pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. Brooks Reed in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
Trubisky now to throw on third down. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. Here we go on fourth down with Trubisky. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Burton. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll throw on 1st down with Trubisky. Going for the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A huge play there for Chicago. 61 yards. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run forward to Tariq Cohen. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up.
Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Taylor Gabriel, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears draw a bit closer. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
He wasn't ready. He wasn't. 12 line. Hey, express.
On 2nd down, Ryan. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. He got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more. They dialed up the blitz on 3rd down, and your worry as a defense that they can hit you with a big play in that situation. Instead, the blitz pays off, able to rally to the football and make the play.
Here we go on 4th down with Ryan. He's got Sanu. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down. 2 minutes remain here in the 1st half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. A couple of 1st downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. 2nd and 10. It's Ryan again. Going underneath, it's Coleman. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Ryan now 8 of 11 in this 1st half. He's got it 1st and 10.
21.
Again, Ryan. The left side completion to Jones. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Ryan in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. Throwing again, Ryan. He's airing it out for Sanu. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again. Ryan. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Leonard Floyd leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. He's going to rifle. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Julio Jones. As the first half is winding down. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. Tavecchio good on the extra point. And that makes it a 21-10 game. Here's Bosher to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now Trubisky on 1st down. He's going to look deep down the field. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Chicago. Taylor Gabriel in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bears are able to show off their quick strike ability.
Terrific. Touchdown. I know we've got a game now.
Yeah, I think anytime you go to the second half down just 1 or 2 scores, you feel not where you want to be, but in a pretty good spot.
And I think for most teams, when they go into the half in this situation, it's not a lot of adjusting going on. It's much more, all right, guys, let's just play a little bit better than we did in the first half.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
21.
Final play of the half, it's Ryan. And that's incomplete. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24. Yard line. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 24. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run, and just lost track, and it cost him.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Back 25.
A handoff, Devontae Freeman. Big hold of the 30, and all the way up to the 37-yard line. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. And that'll set him back 5. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
Ready. Left.
From the shotgun, Ryan. He's going to loft one deep left side. He's got him in, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. They give him a gain of 38. Well, it's one thing to grab it with one hand, but when you make a catch of that distance, quite another.
Yes, sir. I mean, that one right there, we keep talking about the high-flying antics that we're seeing from receivers nowadays. Doesn't matter what spot they start in. But when it actually does happen in the heat of battle, it brings me right out of my seat.
Now Ryan. And he's got his man on the out route. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Now it's Ryan. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. And they'll go on the ground. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on third down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. Being chased out left. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Getting a hand in there and knocking it away, Eddie Jackson.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again. Ryan. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
They snap it at 1. Now Ryan. This is intercepted. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. And this one will be brought back to the 22. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days. Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Throwing here, Trubisky. He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let this go deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. They give him a gain of 38.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Now Trubisky to throw on 2nd. And his pass incomplete. Good coverage that time by the linebacker, Deion Jones.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
The Bears on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Trubisky to Gabriel there for a Bears first down. On first down, they run with Howard. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now it's Trubisky, and his throw is incomplete. Trey Burton, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd down.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. He'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on fourth down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, third down situation, big third down alert, lock in here, fourth down play, make sure you're focused just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
Again, they'll run to Freeman. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Ready! Ready! 22!
From the gun, it's Ryan. Sanu with a grab over the middle. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
Here's Matt Bosher now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. This is taken at the 15. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Bears take over. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a fourth down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
On second down, Trubisky. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here.
Heady on that one, huh? Getting out of bounds before the 2-minute warning. They get an extra timeout, extra opportunity to move the ball downfield. Very smart football.
Trubisky now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Here's Trubisky. Now a desperation throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. They run, Devontae Freeman. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Gun.
Here's Ryan. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Leonard Floyd in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. Here's Matt Bosher now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Back to throw. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. They'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The safety, Keanu Neal, there to knock that one free. This secondary as a unit, they've worked really well together in this one, especially late.
A lot of cohesiveness, a lot of communication, and some great athleticism. They're playing so well now, a nickname is sure to follow. They're going to have to name this whole unit soon.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 23 yards on the play.
Well, how about keeping your head about you in this situation? No more timeouts. Finds a way to get out of bounds. Now they can breathe a little bit as they contemplate what to do on the next down.
Back to throw. Rolling to his right. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Vic Beasley in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. He'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Ryan heads down to a knee, and that should wrap this one up. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
till we go. Eat it up, eat it up. Rich straight to the top floor. Top. More PJs and PJ. Rich like water.